Okay, so this video is a bit of a cop-out because with me not really being massively confident, and all of these videos I've done after I've painted at least one model from each set. So I painted Cyberdemon, I'm happy with what it looks like. I record doing a second one to show people how I do it. This guy is different because there's only one of him in the box, and I didn't really want to paint him on camera in case I made a complete mess of it. However, I think he's kind of come out okay. And bring him up closer to the camera. There you go. You got some good detail, good shading there. Just pan around. So I'm very quickly just going to run through exactly what I did and in what order to give you an idea of what to do. So the first thing that I did was mainly to concentrate on the red parts, the fleshy bits. So you got these bits here around the stomach, around the knee area here, and all around his foot. It's kind of like muscle, guts hanging out, whatever. To do those, I gave them first a coat of corn red, followed by some Screamer pink on top, and then I sort of washed them a bit with Reichland Flesh Shade. A couple of layers of each, and they look really nice and red. The next thing that I did was to basically paint pretty much everything else green, of which I used Wire Flesh to do the first layer of green. Give him a couple of coats of Wire Flesh. Then after that, I washed him with Athonian Camo Shade. Again, get all the detail and all the cracks. Give it a really good going over. After I'd done that, I left the green parts, and then I concentrated on doing the silver pieces. So the silver pieces, you've got this mechanism here on his arm. You've got the end of the gun, the middle section of the gun arm, and these toes and the kneecap, as well as round the back. There's a little bit of the foot, and there's this bit sticking out through the flesh. So with those, that's good old lead belcher, a couple of coats, and then non-oiled those to give them the dirty appearance. Next up, I did the bone, which is obviously the kind of horn thing here, which I did the horn, the teeth, the rib cage, which those were all Screaming Skull, 2 coats, followed by Reichland Flesh Shade to sort of dirty them up. I also used some, I never remember what it was called. Which one is it? Yep, some Rackard Flesh I used to do the sort of jowls and these sections here on the side of his mouth to give them a slightly different tone from the rest of the teeth. Again, Reichland Flesh Shade on those. The gun arm was basically 2 coats of Steel Legion Drab just to cover those, to give it a more of a kind of looks like a plastic cover on top, and non-oil those. Silver on the end, more non-oil. And then for the fleshy areas, again, this was just Rackard Flesh. So I did all this foot here, and done a Screaming Skull for the toes, and then all Rackard Flesh around here, followed by Reichland Flesh Shade. Again, it's a bit of a cop-out because I haven't done it on camera. Oh, also, yeah, this was my dry brushing experiment. To get all of the kind of raised detail, all of these sort of sharp edges, this kind of lighter green, I dry brushed with Moot Green, which you just get some on the brush, wipe it off so there's not much left on the brush at all, so hardly anything coming out on the tissue, and just start rubbing it gently on the model and allow the paintbrush just to catch these kind of areas, and you do end up with this really nice shading. Yeah, I think he came out pretty good, all things considered. I mean, if there's any more detail that you need to follow these, then by all means post a comment. I'll try and get back to you. Oh, the other thing is, of course, yes, there's these couple of these kind of things here, these small discs. He's got some on his chest here. He's also got a number of them across his back and down his side, and I just gave them a tiny dab of lead belcher just to sort of brighten them, bring them out. And that's him, the Cyberdemon. Not so much a painting guide as just how I painted it. But if I can do like this, so can you. Thank you very much.